Hi everyone, Wendy here with another ArtTonic sip for today. Hope you're all doing really well. I'm out in the garden again. Today we're going to do a really quick drawing exercise that you can do absolutely anywhere. All you need is a pen, an object and some paper. So the first thing we're going to do, because the object I'm using is in the garden because I'm just loving being out in Dad's garden, is pick a flower. And I'm going to go for my old favourite, you guessed it, the Black-Eyed Susan. So head around your garden, see what you can find. I'm picking my little Black-Eyed Susan here, and I'll meet you back at the drawing board. Okay, we're back at the sketchbook. You can do this on lined paper, on a sketchbook. You can do it in the sand. It really doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter what you use. I'm using a pen today, but you can use a biro, a pencil, charcoal, anything that you feel you'd like to use. And the real idea about this is learning to look at things the way they really are instead of the way we think they are. So let's start with this little darling. So this is a Black-Eyed Susan. I'm just going to try and... So it has a really basic shape. It has a round circle and leaves around the edge. So when you look at it like this, really simple to draw. So let's start with that. We've got... Ooh, I'm not sure what's happening with my focus. There we go. We're going to start with a circle. And then looking at our thing straight on. Let's see if I can put it, there we go, that's better. So I'm going to draw my petals. They've got a little dip. This Black-Eyed Susan have 5 petals, and that's basically it. When you look straight at a Black-Eyed Susan, that's pretty much what you see, but there's plenty of other ways to look at it. So what if we put it on the side like this? First of all, we can see a stem, which we couldn't see before. We can see this, the bud that it came out of. We can see this, the bottom of like what's underneath, the black bit, to be honest. And then all we can see though of the petals is the ones that are on this side near where we are. Don't worry if you overlap a bit, kind of makes it extra fun. All I can see is this tiny little bit that's on the side there. So it's a totally different looking flower. Now, let's try putting it so we can see just a little bit of the black. Oop, it's not going to play ball. There we go. So it's similar to the one we just had. Actually, no, it's different to all of them. So we've got our stalk. We've got our bud, which even our bud is a different shape. It's got these extra bits around here. Now, these petals are really quite flat. And then we've got your ones at your side. Your ones down the bottom that you can see the most of, almost perfect. And on that side, and then coming up on the edge here. Now, a little bit of our black is hidden. That's much more of an oval shape. What about if we see if we can get him to stand up completely. Oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to draw that down here so I don't knock him over. So the main part about this is you can see a great deal or more of the black-eyed bottom of the flower. And the base, the bud, is really quite different. We've got our stem coming up here. Now our petals, one's even way behind, hidden behind, you can only see a part of it. Now they're similar shape. Got that beautiful little love heart shape, but these actually have more veins on them at the underneath than they do on the top bit. So, and you can actually see some more of the veins up in here. So there's a little bit more texture to these flowers underneath. Awesome. Okay, let's see if we can put him a little bit more on the side there. I'll just put him up there so I can draw him in here. Again, I'm actually going to start with the petals this time instead of with the stem. I really quite like the flowy shape and the way that it makes a almost a semicircle in here. And then you can see the flowers at the back. Again, you can't see the black part in the center, but you can see it at the back here. and the bud is a whole different shape all over again. It's really about looking at the shapes and seeing how they can completely change depending on how you layer your flower. Now I just want to do one more beautiful one with the main part of the flower out there, because I really just love this beautiful black center. So I'm starting with the center. Oh, he's moved. That's all right, we can work with that. We've got our main petal down the bottom. You notice as they start to point towards you, they get short, smaller, the petals, and shorter and stumpier. Just going to move you back a bit, love. And you can't see any of the black underside with this one, but the bud is these beautiful swirls. That's my dad working out in the garden, which we are enjoying the produce of here. All right, so that's a little bit of an activity that you can do anywhere with any object. Grab a kitchen utensil. Spoons are really interesting to do with this one. Grab a cup, grab a pencil, grab anything from the garden. Leaves are fabulous to do, especially if you have them pointing on. You can use parts of your body. That's really basically how we nearly all draw our hands, but mostly we see our hands in much different ways, like this, like this, like this, with just a little bit of fingers drawing. That's a whole nother lesson for another day, and we're going to do some of that. So, yeah, I'm now, oh, my mum's just turned the TV on, where I'm working on my ArtTonic classes. I just got approved as a creative kids voucher provider, so that means your first unit of lessons for each kid is free, and I'll be telling you a bit more about that as we go. It's so much to learn. It's really amazing how much different, is that the correct? How much differently you run online art classes to real ones. Anyway, I hope you're having a fabulous day, and pop up any of your drawings on the Facebook page, and I'll see you at the next ArtTonic Sip. Bye.